I promised you that I was making an accessory to the witch's cauldron that I made last week. And here it is. I am so excited to show it to you. In our area, we have something called the Halloween Light Tour. And on that tour last year, I came across a witch display that I thought was absolutely adorable. I looked at them and thought, I can make that. So I came home and created a no-sew, no glue outdoor witch. Hi, my name is Rebecca. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe because I have all kinds of goodies that I want to show you. I craft for work and for my work home on a budget. So come DIY with me. I'm going to start this project out with 2 plant stakes that are 4 foot tall. I purchased at a flea market for $1.50 for the 2-pack. I know that in early August, the big box stores start clearancing out their summer items for the garden, and I pay attention to that aisle so that I can get stocked up on my goodies. I'm going to put this stake in the ground, just one of them, and take a pool noodle and measure the distance out, see how far that I want to go. I cut it about 18 inches long. Once I determined how far I wanted to go on my stake and where I wanted my hole to be after I pushed it down on top of the stake, I took a handful of rubber bands, about 5, and I put that on the top of the stake, wound them around the top, and then just gently rolled it down to the place where my pool noodle could slide down. I wanted something to hold the pool noodle in place so that it wouldn't slide back down the garden stake. I had a 12-inch crafting foam ball that I'd used on a previous project, and then I purchased 2 yards at $3.96 a yard at Walmart of this black fabric. It's rather thin, but it is polyester, so it will hold up under the weather just fine. I put my fabric over the top of the foam ball that I had pushed down into the top of the stake, and then I held out what would be the arms and started cutting some sections at an angle in kind of an upward direction until I had the arms in the right position on either side of the stake. Going to be outside, it's not going to be under close scrutiny, so you do not have to be very careful about measuring things out precisely or making precise cuts. If you think that you need to, then you go right ahead, but I'm just doing this on my mannequin so far, rabbit ears around mannequin, and just kind of eyeballing my cuts where I thought that they looked the best. I took the end of the fabric and kind of tied them off just so that the wind wouldn't catch on to them and they wouldn't come flying off the mannequin while I was trying to cut the other side of my arms out. I did the exact same thing on the other side, held the 2 pieces of fabric together, cut in an upward direction, and then once I had as deeply cut as what I thought it needed to be, then I went ahead and I tied that arm off as well. You can leave them just tied off. They're cute just the way they are, but I had something a little different in mind, and I will get to that later. But I made sure that I had everything in position, and then I cut probably an 8-inch section off of the pool noodle, and I was very careful with it. I cut down the sides of it so that it would be split in half. I wanted to put this on the middle portion of the plant stake so that when I tied all of this together, that it would have a little bit more definition in the middle and something for my little waistband to grip onto. I am going to use U-pins, floral U-pins, and put in the top of my fabric down into my foam ball, and that is what is going to hold the fabric onto my foam ball. I purchased a half a yard of the purple tulle and a half a yard of the green tulle. Once again, you can use black, you can use whatever color that you want. I just had this color scheme going, and so that's what I chose to use. And I tied it off in the middle around where the pool noodle was at on the stake, and just tied that in a really tight knot. I left one end of the tulle slightly longer than the other because I knew I was going to cut some of this tulle off. I trimmed some of that off and then untied my little arms, untied the fabric, and then I just put nice little bands of the tulle around the arms so that they would be very cohesive with my project, and they would also keep my arms very tightly bound, and my sleeves wouldn't come loose. Depending on what store you shop at, you can purchase the 12-inch crafting foam ball at Michael's, Walmart, Hobby Lobby, anywhere from $5 to $9. The half a yard of tulle I purchased at Walmart cost 54 cents for the half a yard of green and 54 cents for the half a yard of purple. I cut one more strip off of the bottom of my tulle, and I wrapped that around the neck, the space between the pool noodle and the foam craft ball, so that my little witch would be in proportion. I found a Halloween witch's hat at Walmart for $2.48. There are cheaper hats, but this one had hair attached to the underside of the brim, and I thought that that would add just a more interesting element to my little witch. And I used the floral U-pins and put about 8 in the top and attached that to my foam ball so that it would be nice and secure. My little witch stands about 4.5 feet tall. She makes a huge statement. I love her, along with the witch's cauldron that I DIY'd last week, and I put my flamingos that I had made back in the summer in front of the cauldron. This display turned out so cute. I couldn't love it more. For a no-sew, no-glue outdoor project, she cost me around $30 to make. So what I absolutely love about her is that you can put her into any fall display. If you don't want to do Halloween until closer to Halloween, and if you like the hay bales and the corn stalks and the pumpkins, then you can put her right in, no fuss, very easy, and she would be an adorable accessory to your fall display along with the little witch's cauldron. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like it, and thanks for watching Crafts, Lives, and Chaos. I'll catch you in the next one.